Hi guys, hope you're well as usual. So today is going to be just on one topic, and I can only really talk about one topic. You know, being a YouTuber, for what, 2.5 years now, I think it is. Is it even? Yeah, 2.5 years I think. Got an email last night. Well, noticed on my Gmail and on Bartat's Gmail. YouTube had sent an email saying something about like new terms and conditions, and kind of at the time, although it was stupid to do so, I kind of just ignored it. I saw they were talking about some kind of possible subscription service thing, but it didn't really have too much information in it, so I thought I'd just leave it till today. And this morning, kind of going through Twitter, saw all like the big YouTubers talking about it. So basically, if you haven't seen, Google, YouTube, same thing, have basically come up with a new system where they are offering, it's an optional thing, they are offering people the chance to pay a small subscription fee, as they said. They actually haven't said how much it's going to be yet, but pay a small subscription fee to have absolutely no advertisements on YouTube videos at all. So obviously for people who just, you know, merely love to watch YouTube and everything, and are entertained by YouTube, people will be looking at that and thinking, oh, fantastic, you know, because so many people have ad block. People hate the adverts at the start, and, you know, waiting for the skip button and everything like that. So people will see that and think, that's fantastic news, you know, that's brilliant, you know, we don't have to sit through all these adverts all the time at the start and at the end, and, you know, even some of them have them during, you know, the longer videos. But for creators, it poses a little bit more of an issue. So I'm actually going to put a link in the description to NerdCubed, who's done a video on it, who goes into it more detail and a lot better than what I can do, really. So I'll put a link to the description in the video below, going to his video on it. But basically, you know, people who want to make a living on YouTube, or would like to make money on YouTube, all that money, if people don't know or understand, the money comes from advertising revenue, mainly. So that's already bad enough to begin with, because basically I think YouTube takes 55% of it and we get 45% of it, or the other way around, something like that. But when you consider that, you know, as I just mentioned, you know, people use ad block, so already that takes away like 30-40% of you know, possible revenue. You know, people will skip the ads or not watch them fully, so you only get half of what you usually would. So basically it is a very, very small amount. You know, you have to be getting tons and tons of views on your videos to be making anything even half decent. I mean, just to put it into context, the minimum amount of money that you need to make make a withdrawal from the money that you've earned is £60. I've not yet withdrawn any money from YouTube, so that kind of I'm not going to say how much I've got, but put it this way, I haven't actually got any money from YouTube yet. But as a smaller YouTuber, that's, you know, I expect that, and especially this this time around, it's kind of it's all based on how many people are willing to put their adverts out there. You know, how it all works is people, you know, how interested people are in putting their adverts onto YouTube and to be used and everything. And it's I think it's called CPM or something. And so say last year the CPM was really high, so you didn't actually have to be getting that many views to be making, you know, a nice amount of money. And actually I noticed that, because, you know, obviously on my videos the most I get is maybe 1,000 to 3,000 or something. And I saw that the amount of money I was getting for it was actually quite decent. Whereas this year there seems to be a lot less interest in advertisement, for whatever reason that is. I don't know, maybe it's Google making things harder, as they always do. But all YouTubers have said the same, that basically from, you know, this time last year, you know, things have basically halved. So it's already a bad time trying to earn money on YouTube. So yeah, so it all comes from having So yeah, it all comes from ad revenue, which is what I'm trying to say. So basically Google are introducing this system now where people have the option to just take ads away completely. So that takes away any possible advertisement revenue for creators like myself. I mean, they are, from the money, you know, that they're going to be getting in from the subscriptions, they are saying that they are going to distribute that between the creators. But so let's say they're going to charge £7 a month or something. So that £7, again, it's a 55 to 45 split. So the money that we make from it, they are splitting between all the videos that you have watched during that month. So if you've gone through loads and loads and loads of different creators and loads of videos and everything, then it basically ends up that I may get 1p of that, or even less. So it's not really working out any better at all. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty frustrated today, because it's a really awkward, well, no, it's not awkward, it's an annoying thing that's happened, really. You know, some people have come out and said they think it's a positive move and it's a positive step and they're taking positives out of it, whereas I can only really see the negatives as a creator. And as NerdCube says, and I totally agree with him, in a way it feels like it's the start of maybe the end of, you know, big YouTubers, and cause he sort of talks about the next generation, you know, once his generation, this current generation, you know, like PewDiePie, NerdCube, Yogscast, Rooster Teeth and all that, once that generation goes, this next generation's got to be coming through. And that's basically mine, and, you know, people that are kind of trying to start off and make that jump now. But that jump is getting so much harder to make, to actually get to the point where you're making enough money, you know, to live off from YouTube. Now, that my dream goal, and I've always said that on here, and I've said it on Bart and everything, you know, my dream would be able to do this full time. But, you know, until I can make that jump from going of having a job now and kind of just doing all this in my spare time, you know, I have to make that jump at some point when I feel comfortable enough that I'm making enough money to, you know, quit my job and do this full time. Now, I already knew that that was going to take a while, but this happening now, that's just added even more time onto it. So if I was ever going to do this full time or as a proper job and give all my time and effort into it, it's probably going to be, you know, 3-4 years easily. You know, like I say, it was hard enough anyway, but this happening now, you know, bigger YouTubers, people who have other incomes coming in, that have their own merchandise, that have separate kind of projects that do, you know, paid promotion, and, you know, deals with certain companies and everything, they have other revenue coming in and don't have to, you know, rely on the advertisement. Whereas me, that's all I've got. That's pretty much all I've got. So if I did want to go into it full time, that pleasure really has just been made a hell of a lot harder, and is really annoying and really frustrating. And it's kind of, you know, if I don't laugh about it, you know, I'm gonna bang my head against a wall. You know, no one knows where it's coming into, you know, where it's actually going to start. Oh yeah, this is another thing. We have to agree to this. The terms of use get made live or whatever in June or July, and basically if you don't agree to the terms, then all of your videos that you've already got are getting set to private. So we have to accept the terms. You know, it's we don't have a say in it whatsoever, which again doesn't exactly go down very well. But yeah, so no one knows exactly when it's going to come into effect. You know, it might be when the terms of use come into play. It might be June, July. It might be in a year's time. It might be in 2 years' time. You know, no one knows. And the thing is that makes it even worse, say if it is in about a year's time or 2 years' time, advertisers are not going to want to get involved in YouTube, knowing that in a couple of years' time people are going to not watch the adverts, which is going to make the CPM go down, which means we're getting even less money, and it just fucks it all up completely. So yeah, my dream of becoming a YouTuber full time is, well, sort of went from that and is now kind of at that stage. So yeah, it really is just going to be a hobby and a fun thing to do in my spare time, which I've always said at the end of the day that the money side of things isn't the most important thing, and I'm sticking by that now. I know that might not sound like it from what I've just said, but at the end of the day, I do the stuff on YouTube because I enjoy doing it, and, you know, I want to entertain people. but like I say, in the back of my head, it was my dream to make it a full-time thing at some point. So for that to work, then I would have to have money coming in, obviously, and I'm sure people can understand that. You know, this isn't a rant of trying to make extra money and everything. You know, I'm just maybe going to have to think about different things of trying to get the money in. You know, look at different things that I could do possibly. But yeah, it looks like it's, you know, just a hobby for a long while now, which I don't like to call it a hobby because it's much more than that. So yeah, it's been a fun day, but I do urge you to go and read about it and make your own mind up about it. I mean, that's just my personal opinion on it all. You know, I think it really sucks, to be honest, and it's just another attempt at Google just kind of sticking the fingers up at creators, not thinking about creators. You know, people make a living from this and are trying to make a living from this, and they're just making it 10 times worse just so people don't have to sit through ads. You know, ads that can be 30 seconds of your life before a video. Really? I don't know. Anyway, that's all I'm saying today, guys. Like I say, it's just a one subject thing, and it's getting me quite annoyed and heated just talking about it now, so I'm going to leave it there. But yeah, as always, please keep leaving your questions for my question time video. I'm going to be recording that tomorrow, or the day after from when you're seeing this. So please do keep getting your questions in for Sunday. Leave them in the question time video comment section or at my Twitter at ChrisJonesLUFC. I hope you've all had a very good day, guys, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.